All right. How I made $15,000 this month as a copywriter, step by step. Welcome to the fucking video, guys. Welcome to my first video of 2025. This might be the most important fucking video I've made to this date. Okay, so you need to watch the whole thing. In this video, I'm gonna be talking about outreach. I'm gonna talk about sales calls. I'm gonna be going through basically my entire journey of how I went from $0 in January. You're gonna see all of this in a second, right? To making $15,000 a month less than a year later, completely changing my life, and actually how to make money as a copywriter, because nobody fucking tells you how to do that nowadays, right? And so fucking grab your phone, prop it up somewhere, get some food, right? Everybody watches YouTube while they eat, and watch this entire video in full. Let's have an amazing 2025. Let's get to the fucking money this year, and let's go. Let me change my fucking face cam, put it in the corner. Boom, we're ready. All right, so first thing you got to understand, right before I get into all the juicy stuff, the outreach, all the stuff you guys want, okay, you need to understand my journey. By the way, this is all up on my channel. You can see me documenting my journey and go back after this video if you're new here, and you can watch my entire journey. But in January of 2024, right, I was a complete fucking beginner. I had never done online business. I'd never made a single dollar online. I had no experience. I didn't start in sales or start in a marketing degree. I was doing something completely different, and I just said fuck it in January, and I started my online business journey. Okay, I was a complete beginner. I was making $0 a month. Okay, I was working a 9 to 5, and I was in college. Okay, so I'm sure this is relatable to a lot of you out there. Okay, and this is literally where I was in January. Okay, fast forward less than a year later. Okay, 11 months later in December, we're getting to the fucking money. Okay, as a copywriter, look at this shit. I'm not gonna add it up and do the fucking math. A fourth grader can fucking add this up. Okay, but the point I'm trying to make is I went from $0 complete beginner in January to making $15,000 a month. I actually made more than this. There's more money that you can't see, direct deposits, et cetera, et cetera. And I did that in less than 11 months. And in this video, I'm gonna be breaking down the entire thing step by step. So a fourth grader, a retarded fucking fourth grader could do this. Okay, so if a retarded fucking fourth grader can do this after this video, you guys are gonna be able to too, right? And that's what I want for you. And guys, I know these videos can be kind of funny, and I make some jokes, and I have very high energy, and I'm kind of, I'm buzzing off the caffeine right now, but I want to get real serious for a second. Guys, my entire life has changed, the trajectory of my life has changed completely in just 1 year. Okay, 2024 was the year I decided. I woke up on New Year's Day. I was hungover as a motherfucker. I had just been a degenerate the night before, and honestly, I was like, this is the year I want to make a change in my life. And I moved out of my hometown for a little bit. I was in Chicago for a while, and I was like, this is the year I'm gonna fucking make it happen. Okay, and fast forward 11 months, guys. My entire life has changed. Okay, I make more money than I even thought possible in a year. Right, I'm moving to Miami in April. I'm taking some trips. It's my entire life is fucking different, and that's what I want for you. And just so all I want to say by showing you this is guys, 2025 is your year. It's your year, but it's only your year if you decide that it's your year. Okay. So lock in, seriously, take action, watch these videos, dedicate yourself to your craft, and I promise you, you can achieve heights that you didn't even think possible. Okay, anyways, now my rant's fucking over. Let's get into the actual video, okay? 5 steps made this possible. 5 simple steps made this possible, okay? And I'm gonna bless you with them today. So before we get into that, okay, this is the last thing. You need to know how making money as a copywriter works. If you don't understand this, you're gonna be fucking cooked. Okay, why? Because if you don't understand this, your mind will play tricks on you. You will overthink, and you will inevitably give up. Okay, and fundamentally, this is what holds 99% of people back, is what I'm about to show you, which causes overthinking and giving up. Okay, I see this every fucking day. Okay, you have no clue how often I've seen this. But if you can understand how your journey is gonna look, how making money as a copywriter works, you will be well prepared mentally. You will be your mind will have armor on it, so you can get through the overthinking, and you'll never give up. And fundamentally, if you don't give up, you will win. Okay, that's just it. So, but how does making money as a copywriter work? So first, let me show you something. So, wow, that looks horrible. Let me redo that. So I'm sure you've seen this before. This is just what you would call a linear graph okay? But unfortunately, this is how you've been told the world works. So you've been psyoped, okay? I was psyoped too, okay? What I mean by this is you think that, how making money works, et cetera, is that you do 8 hours of input and you get 8 hours of output, right? Unfortunately, guys, that's not how it fucking works. Not even like a little bit, okay? And, you can see this, that you're programmed this way by the fact that like most people trade their time for money. So if you go to McDonald's and you flip fucking burgers for a living, you make $10 an hour and you work 8 hours, you know you're going to make $80 that day, right? That is a horrible way of thinking. That's not how the world fucking works at all. Okay, so how the world actually works and how making money, like generating genuine wealth, works is it looks like this. Okay, wow, that looks bad. Okay, that also looks bad, but it looks like this. Okay, and this is what you would call, obviously, I'm not like, showing you something new here, but this is what you call an exponential graph. Okay, so what does this mean? This means that your inputs are not directly tied to your outputs, okay? So at the beginning, you're gonna be doing like 12 hours of input a day, 10 hours of input a day, 8 hours of input a day, and you're gonna see fucking zero output, okay? So you're gonna do 8 input, you're gonna see fucking zero output when you're here. But guess what happens when you're up here, okay? Take Elon Musk for example. He could take the fucking day off. He could go drink pina coladas, go to Turks and Caicos with the boys, and he'll make probably over $1 million. I don't know exactly what he makes a day, but like he'll make millions of dollars that day. Okay, why? Because when you actually enter the real world and you stop being psyoped, you understand that your inputs are not tied to your outputs. So why am I even showing this to you, right? It's to show you that how your journey is going to look. So guys, for the first 6 months, okay, so this is like month 6, right? For the first 6 months, I maybe like the most I made in a month was like 3K, maybe 5K. I don't even really remember, but it was like 3K. Okay. Like put that into perspective. I was working my ass off for 6 months to barely scrape 3K in a month consistently or inconsistently, right? Like I probably made less than $10,000 my first 6 months total. Okay. Fast forward to the end of this. I started, months like 9, 10, and 11. I made like 7K. Then I made 10K. Then I hit my first 15K month. Okay, who knows what I'll do next month? Maybe I'll fucking double and make 30K. I don't know, right? But the point I'm trying to make is where people go wrong is they think this way. They think linearly. And they're like, they get to month 6, they're doing all this input, they're not seeing the output, and they quit. They overthink, they quit, and they give up. But if you can go into it with this mindset and this is how it works, you'll be able to get through that. You'll be able to do the work, and you'll be able to get to the other end where you can actually go exponential and begin to make a genuine amount of wealth with this, right? So now that we have that out of the way, that's super important. Let's get into the actual meat of the video. So the first thing that I'm going to show you guys, the first thing you're going to have to do in your journey to start generating money and whatnot is outreach. Okay, you guys know this, but I'm going to give you guys some fucking sauce about outreach. Okay, I get asked this question all the time. It's like, how do I do outreach? What are my like core principles of outreach? Right? About to show you that right now. So I'm about to show you fucking 3 principles that have helped me so much in outreach. Okay, number 1 is you need to be non-needy. Okay. And maybe you've heard this before, but like most of you guys aren't fucking following through with this, okay? Because I know, because I get DMs from you guys. And so you need to understand that any sort of neediness gives off the impression that you're a fucking beginner. It gives off the impression that you have no clue what you're doing because you're so desperate for clients, you're so desperate for fucking work and money that you will never fucking attain it, okay? So I'll give you guys an example, right? Take like, imagine you're talking to a girl, right? Let's say her name's fucking Jessica. Wow, Jessica looks a little bit retarded, okay? But retarded Jessica, let's imagine you're talking to her, right? You wouldn't fucking be talking to her and you wouldn't be like, please Jessica, please go out on a date with me and please sleep with me and nobody ever talks to me and like that's not how you would that's not how you would want to come across to fucking Jessica, right? Okay? If your goal was obviously to pursue something with her. The same is true for outreach, okay? You need to just be chill. You need to be non-needy. You need to be like, in the context of this analogy, you need to just be chill. You need to just be like, yeah, let me grab your number. Maybe we'll go do something sometime. Like, just be chill, be non-needy, okay? And it's the same with outreach. You can't be begging people to get on sales calls. You can't be asking that too early. Just like start a conversation with people, okay? Just give value up front. We're gonna talk about that in a second, okay? But it starts with understanding that you need to be non-needy. The second thing you need to understand, okay, the second thing that you need to practice is differentiation, okay? You need differentiation. I'm not gonna write that out. You need differentiation in your fucking outreach, okay? Why? Because there's too many people. Okay, I want you guys to think about this. Let's use fucking Jessica, okay? Let's just keep using this example. Retarded Jessica, right? She even looks a little bit more retarded than this one. Take Jessica for an example, okay? Now, imagine she's not retarded. Imagine she's 10 out of 10, okay? You need to understand that every 10 out of 10's DM, inbox, whatever, is fucking ran through, okay? Let's write that out. Ran through inbox, okay? These people have ran through inboxes, and it's the same with all the business owners you're reaching out to. So when you're reaching out to like a creator, they have hundreds of thousands of followers and you want to work with them, etc., they have a fucking ran through inbox. So how the fuck are you going to get their attention if you're not differentiating yourself from the 99% of fucking goobers who are reaching out to them? Okay, and so here's the sauce on how you actually differentiate yourself, and we're going to talk about it in the third principle as well. But the first way is value. Okay, nobody gives value up front. People are too lazy. 99% of people do not want to give value up front. They just say, hey, I can make you this amount of money, whatever. Maybe they blast them with an offer. Let's hop on a call. It doesn't fucking work like that. Okay, and by the way, this doesn't mean you have to write free copy for people necessarily. You could. It's a good strategy, and I've done that before. But what this means is you need to, maybe you could make a loom that's super valuable. You could audit someone's business. You could give them a lead magnet. There's definitely things you can do to provide value up front, and you need to understand this. Also, one of the best ways to differentiate yourself, right? And this is number 3 is personality. So what I mean by that is showing your personality early, okay? Showing that, it just checks a bunch of boxes, right? So let's just keep using the example, okay? We have Jessica again. She's back, okay? Wow. Okay? Take Jessica for an example again. Okay, so imagine she's a 10 out of 10. She's getting hit up all the time. So we have Jessica here as an example, all right? Remember, her fucking inbox is ran through. But let's say she sees one of your DMs, okay? Well, what do you think are the first boxes that she's going to want to check? Let's just say she were interested in you. What are the first boxes she's going to want to check? She's going to want to make sure you're not a creep. She's going to want to make sure that if you go on a date, it's not going to be awkward, right? That's the last thing they want to do. If they sense any fucking sign of that, they're not going to go out with you. So the point I'm trying to make is you need to check these boxes before you even ask them for a call or, ask them out on a date, if you will, before you even do any of that. So now imagine this, okay? Now imagine you somehow, I don't know how you would do this in the context of the analogy, but let's say you FaceTime Jessica. You do a quick 5-minute FaceTime with Jessica. She gets to see your face. She gets to hear you talk. Maybe you crack a couple jokes and you make her laugh. She is all of a sudden way more comfortable with you than all the other people in her inbox who are just sending her pure text messages that she's never actually seen their personality. This will automatically differentiate you. So let's bring it back to copywriting. What I'm trying to say is, if you're going to do outreach, or when you're going to do outreach, you need to find a way to show your personality. This means in any text you send, you need to differentiate it with your personality. Number 1. Number 2, this means stop just sending text outreach. Like, make a loom that can actually show your personality. Turn on a face cam. Make a video of yourself that you can send people. Do voice notes on DMs and Instagram, right? These are all things that are going to differentiate you because it shows your personality, and they essentially can become comfortable with you. They realize you're not a creep. You can just give yourself such an advantage by doing that early on, right? Instead of waiting for the first time you talk to these people to be on the sales call. So that's my little rant about outreach, all right? What's number 2? Oh, before we get into that, sorry, I forgot. This outreach is going to be the hardest part of your journey. It's going to play with your head, right? We talked about that before. You need to stay strong and you need to never quit. Okay, so let me give you guys just, from the little some cold outreach sauce I have, right? A 3% ABR is considered fantastic. That's considered scalable. What is ABR, by the way? It's appointment booking rate. That means 3 out of every 100 outreach you send books a sales call. Okay, you need to understand that it's called cold outreach for a reason. It's cold. These are cold people. They've never heard of you, right? So 3 out of every 100 is good. Don't let that play with your head, right? You might send 200 outreach when you're starting and your ABR might be 1%. Okay, that means you might only book 2 calls. Maybe you book no calls, right? It might be less. The point I'm trying to make is you're going to need a lot of numbers, and you need to understand that, what's considered good is still, probably not what you want. Because like I said, we expect 8 hours of input and we expect 8 hours of output. Meaning if we send 8 outreach, we want to get 8 sales calls. It doesn't work like that. Okay, so you need to understand that. All right, let's get on to number 2. I won't touch on this for too long because it's simply going to be really easy. And here's the sauce with sales calls. So let's say you've done your outreach properly and you book in a sales call. Here's how you're going to run it. You run your sales call. The first thing you're going to do, maybe there's some super beginners out there. That's fine if you're watching this video. Basically, all you're going to do on a sales call, the first thing you're going to do is just be chill, get to know them, and then you're just going to start asking questions about their business, okay? So you're going to set the frame of the sales call. You're going to be like, hey, I just need to ask you a couple questions about your business, see if we're a good fit to work together, yada, yada. And then you just ask them questions like, how are things going? What's your goals with your business? What are your problems, et cetera, et cetera. There's probably other sales calls videos that you can watch. I'll make one later. But this is going to be really easy because after you get to know them, what you're going to do is something that nobody fucking does. Nobody talks about this. Nobody tells you to do this. And you guys probably don't do this, is you need to work for free. You need to offer to work for free. Okay. And what is this going to do for you? What is this going to do for you? Well, this is going to make it a fucking no-brainer for them to say yes. Okay. And that's all you should be going for at the start. A lot of you guys get too fucking greedy. You've never done it before. You have no case studies. You have no results. And you're on these calls that, you're not even good at sales calls. When you're on these calls, you're like, pay me like $2,000 a month, please. Like, no, okay? Stop trying to get greedy. Stop trying to get so much money up front. Work for free, okay? Why? Okay, because you're going to get so much fucking experience when it comes to number 3, and this is what's going to set you apart. This is what I did, and this is how you can actually become good. So the third thing is they're going to say yes because you offered to work for free, obviously, right? And now you have a client. So when you have your first client, your goal, you have the simplest goal ever. Okay, your goal is not to get the most money from them. It's not to figure out how can you charge more. No, your goal is to get them results. Okay, that's it. That's your only fucking goal. Okay, and because we're going to talk about why in a second, but basically, how do you do this in very short terms? The first thing you need to do is you need to get in their business. You can do this on the sales call as well, but you need to seriously identify the bottleneck of their business. Okay, and this could be a multitude of things. Okay. But once you figure out the bottleneck of their business, you need to, offer a service that solves that problem, right? Obviously via copywriting. The point I'm trying to make is these two things need to be aligned to get results. This is why none of you guys get fucking results, is because you come in and you're like, I just want to do emails. I just want to do emails. Like, that's all I want to do, right? What if the problem in their business isn't fucking emails? Like, what if email is not the biggest lever you could pull, right? So I'll give you guys an example real quick. Let's say that their biggest problem in their business is leads, like the quantity of leads, right? They're just not getting enough leads. They're not getting enough traffic. Their videos aren't doing well. Their organic videos or their ads, whichever way they're getting traffic, right? Why the fuck would you offer this person emails? You shouldn't. Right? If this is the bottleneck, you should offer, let's say they're doing YouTube, right? Maybe offer YouTube scripts. Maybe you do YouTube scripts and editing or short form. And yes, you're going to have to get outside of your copywriting box. You're going to have to stack skills that aren't necessarily purely copy, right? But you would never offer this person fucking emails if you're smart, okay? Because it's not going to get them results. Now, let's say, and vice versa. Let's say their problem is conversion. That's like their bottleneck, right? So they have a ton of leads, but nobody's really buying. Well, then, maybe their VSLs suck, right? So you would want to offer VSLs or maybe even emails, right? Like a conversion mechanism like that, right? This needs to be aligned, okay? If these are unaligned, if their problem's conversion and you write them YouTube scripts, you're never going to fucking get results, okay? And you need results for number 4. Also, real quick, this will take multiple tries. It's going to take multiple free clients. Like your first client, you're probably not going to know exactly how to identify the bottleneck. You're probably not going to be very good at whatever service you offer to solve that problem. Okay. So it'll take a couple free clients. But what's the beauty of working for free is it's so fucking easy to get people to say yes. Okay. So you won't have trouble getting, clients because like I said, you're offering to work for free. So, but just know this, like you might not get on your first try. That's okay. Okay. Now, why do we do that? Why do we work for free? And why do we prioritize results? Because you're gonna learn how to fucking make sales assets. Okay, so what is a sales asset? A sales asset is basically a testimonial, a case study, there's a bunch of different ways you can package it, which I'm going to talk about in a second. But it's basically a piece of marketing that you can use that shows that you get fucking results and you've done this before, right? So like testimonials and case studies type shit. So I'm going to give you sales asset sauce. The first sales asset you're going to want to make once you get results, right? So let's say their problem is like traffic, right? And they're struggling to get YouTube views. Once you get them like a couple videos that are banging, they're hitting like, they're hitting like 10,000 views or something, whatever's considered good for them. You want to ask them to film a case study. What is a case study? Well, you're simply just going to get them on a call. You're going to get on a Zoom call. You're going to record the call. You're going to interview them. So you're going to ask questions like, how's it? Obviously, you're going to say, how's it going? Whatever. And then you're going to be like, by the way, they'll know what this is. They're business owners. This is very normal. But then you just need to ask them questions like, what was the bottleneck of the business when I came in? And then they'll say, my YouTube script sucked. And you're like, okay. And now after me working with you, like, how do your YouTube videos look now? And they'll be like, I'm getting so many views. Everything's going great, right? You basically, in this interview, you need them to glaze the shit out of you. Okay. That's the point of the interview. And they will, if you do a good job. You need them to glaze the shit out of you. They should be saying like, I can't, like my business was in so much trouble, before you came in and now like everything's clear. Like they need to glaze you. Okay. But you need a case study. Second, you need to farm tangible results. Okay. Oof, that looks horrible. But you need to farm tangible results. Okay, so what does this mean? This means if you did anything for them, okay, that like, I'll give you an example. Like if you write an email, okay, that got an 80% open rate, that's a tangible result that you can package and you need to write that down somewhere or get proof of that. Take a screenshot of that, right? You need to farm these when you work with your first couple free clients, okay? It doesn't matter what it is. It could just be a fucking positive reply from them on Slack being like, wow, Jason, this email looks amazing, right? Screenshot. Right? You should be looking out for this, okay? Testimonial screenshots, tangible results, okay? And the third thing is you need a testimonial, right? This is just a simple, maybe 60-second video. Maybe they're on their phone. They're just like, hey, Jason did an amazing job. My business, it's more glazing, right? But it's just in a shorter form. This is more of a full like interview, and this is more of just a quick little video, right? So what are you going to do when you have these three things? What the fuck are you going to do? Here's the sauce. Nobody talks to you guys about this, okay? You're going to, by the way, go follow me on Instagram if you're not. But you guys, you are going to create a little highlights page on your Instagram, okay? And you can call it biz, you can call it wins, whatever you want to call it. And you're just going to spam the shit out of them on there. But yeah, literally all I'm trying to say here is on Instagram, you need to create this. You need to package this all in one easy to access place. It could be a portfolio where if you're doing like email outreach, this would be ideal if you're doing DM outreach. And here's why, okay? First of all, the fifth thing and the last thing is because we are going to generate leverage, okay? So you've worked for free. You've gotten results. You've packaged them into easy to access places. Now you can fucking leverage this to get clients, unlimited clients on demand and make as much fucking money as you want to make. Okay. So how can you do this? Well, first of all, you need to post the case study, post it everywhere. Okay. Create a Twitter, create an Instagram. Okay. You just need to blast it everywhere. Put it everywhere. YouTube, you need to post the case study on YouTube, right? This is going to attract organic inbound leads, okay? Second, now that you have leverage, is you can create an actual landing page. You can blast these up on a landing page that you can send people when they ask what you've done in the past. You can create a VSL with them, right? You can create a beautiful, beautiful funnel for your own agency or your own offer, etc. The third thing you can do that's going to help so much is it's going to help with your outreach. Okay, so in your outreach, wherever you're sending them, DMs, right? If you send DMs and you have that little fucking folder up, people are gonna click your profile and then they're gonna go through there, right? Or you can even include a link to a landing page or a case study, whatever, in the bottom of like an email outreach or even so your DM outreaches, right? Like, guys, it's gonna make everything so much fucking easier. And then once you have all this too, is you can ask that client or any of your free clients for referrals. Okay, so you've done an amazing job. You filmed a case study with them. Now you can ask them if they have other, and they're gonna know other people, they're business owners. You can ask them if they know other people who you can work with. All right, and by doing all 4 of these things, by working for free, getting results, and knowing how to leverage them, you're gonna go from I worked with 2 clients for free, I made no money, right? To now I have 5 clients who all pay me $1,500 a month. I'm making $7,000 and everything's fucking amazing, right? You can see how this goes exponential, okay? Like it's exactly what I talked about at the beginning of the fucking video, okay? Now making money becomes easy. You have leverage. You have proof that you're good at what you do. That differentiates you from other people because nobody has that. This is why it's so fucking beautiful. Remember what I talked about at the beginning, right? Let's draw it again, okay? Instead of you being here, which is you just working for free, you in this grind phase of getting results, it might take you a couple clients, etc., right? You are now right here. Okay, you're about to fucking explode. You have the results, you have everything. You can legitimately charge money for your services because you have proof that you're good at what you do. Okay, you're gonna get unlimited clients now because you can get referrals. There's so many avenues you can go. You can literally get referrals and then get referrals from your referrals. Like it's that fucking simple. Okay, and this is how you can make money, a ton of money. This is how I made 15 grand this month with copywriting. This is how my copywriting journey went. Anyways, that's the end of the video. If you watch this video, I love you. Shoot me a follow on IG for the free Telegram link. It's absolutely free. Tons of sauce in there. Link in the description. Just go follow me. Shoot me a DM. I'd love to connect with y'all. But anyways, I love y'all. Thank y'all for watching this video. 2025, we are up. Make this the best fucking year of your life. Let's get to the money. And yeah, that's it for this one.